First I saw a huge like sheet or pane of glass. I think it was over the top of like an ocean. So like you had a vast area of water, but there was glass over the top of it. And then at one point, close to where I was looking, a small hammer blow or something was hit on the glass. And that one single shot, you know when you've seen a rock or something hit glass and the impact spreads, fingers of cracks. So it was like this one impact didn't completely shatter the glass, but sent cracks from that one point radiating out through the whole pane of glass.
Okay.
It's a flower. At first I thought it was a rose, but roses, it was a single flower on a single stem. So maybe like a tulip or something, some kind of just a single simple flower. I don't know if it was, what color it was, maybe red, maybe yellow. When I saw it, it was like I was walking around it. I was walking in kind of a circular path to see it from the other side. And as I got halfway around it, it was as though what I had been looking at before was not really what it was. And then as I walked fully around, it was revealed that it was not a flower, but it was actually a tree, a big tree. And I can't explain how that works because it doesn't really.
Yeah.
You can't. But it went from this small little flower to when I walked into the other side, it was a huge tree.
Okay.
But it wasn't as though it was transforming when I walked around it. It was as though I just had to see it from the other side. And when I saw it from the other side, I saw it was actually a tree, or it was revealed that it was
Now the perspective.
a huge tree. So that's all I saw.
The perspective first in the world, that is what we are as people of God, like a beautiful flower, tender. It's beautiful, but that seems word tender, it can not strong, So, but mighty tree can endure all seasons. Basically, we're rooted. That's in the spirit. That is heavenly perspective. So it's the same. One perspective is natural eyes. That's what we think ourselves. We're beautiful as it is, but we are weak people, right? We don't have a lot of protection. But then the other side, what happened? Amen. Hallelujah. God see I have mighty tree planted.
Amen.
Within my people. So, Tim, what do you think about the first one? Okay, Elijah, close your eyes. You pray. I want God to give you a vision as well. Impress you a little bit.
I am not remembering the first part of it because I got caught up into the second part with the glass and
You see
the way that things break. What was
that was all it was. It was just an image of
over ocean.
It was just like almost a floor of glass, but it was like it was directly on top of a huge body of water. So you could see the water beneath it. You knew the water was there. It was like it seemed like a thick sheet of glass. It wasn't, but it wasn't ice. It was glass.
Yeah, I don't know why. When you're talking about the crack spreading, that's interesting. There's two types of glass that.
Yeah, sure.
Single pane glass, when it breaks, it can feather out, but safety glass breaks
And just all
and
breaks.
it all just shatters so that you don't have large, sharp pieces. But it just completely gives away. But the mark is I think the point there. What hit the glass? You don't know what hit the glass?
Hammer.
I don't think I saw it. I feel like it was just a hammer, like just a simple handheld common part.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's a breakthrough for sure, and it's the perception is, you said it's really thick and stuff. Is that it's kind of like there's an unseen barrier that's keeping something held back, and it seems like it's impenetrable, even though it can't be seen in a sense, but it's much weaker than it seems like it is. That resistance is. So in reality, glass is very hard. You can see through it, so it's hard to determine what it is from that perspective. If you were in water, if you were in the sea looking up, you wouldn't even know it was there. But you would not be able to go above to the heavens. So it's a barrier. And so that would seem like an impossibility. But the realization that a very small, precise tool can be used to shatter the entire thing.
Hallelujah.
And I think that's the resistance that the enemy has had from us to be able to reach to the heavens, and for the blessing of the heavens to come down.
That today's prayer did the job. Hallelujah. To break shatter the glass.
A hammer is often used for building too.
Yeah, building. Okay. Hallelujah.
More often
Than breaking.
Yeah.
Kind of a short vision. I just saw like a big log, like a stump, and then a piece of wood was set on it, and then like an axe chopped it in half.
Oh. Okay. Any impression what that means for you?
Not really. I didn't really know.
Okay.
While Ben was praying for Dad just now, I saw a man. It's not, unfortunately, not very descriptive of what everything looked like, but I saw like a young man who seemed to be living back in the medieval times, and I don't know exactly where he was, but he was marching straight forward as if with a purpose. I don't know exactly what his purpose was or where his destination was, but on his left side he was carrying a broadsword. And I think the vision kind of transitioned to where this younger man stabbed this sword into the soil or the ground at one point, and the very earth itself around the sword almost began to swirl and suck into the place where the sword had been stabbed, as if it was consuming the earth around it. And that's all I saw.
I saw Tim. He was standing in front of a mirror, but his purpose for standing there obviously was not vanity, because his image was not reflected in the mirror. It was as if he was not even standing in front of it. But Tim was ardently looking for something in the mirror. I don't have any perception as to what it was, but it was almost like he was watching out, watching for something. It wasn't. Again, there's not a vain purpose for this. He was not looking at himself in the mirror. So I don't have any other perceptions as to what this is.
Understood the word image while John was describing that.
At first I thought I saw John with a whip of some kind. And I questioned I didn't understand. And then I saw him holding reins with two hands. So instead of a whip, it was actually two reins in his hands. I saw John driving a horse-drawn carriage with many horses, maybe like 6 or 8 horses in pairs in front, and he was driving it really fast. But it was clear that he was a master driver, that he knew exactly what he was doing, and that he was going very quickly.
Yeah. Sweet.
To somewhere, for a reason.
Yeah.
And I asked the Lord, like, what? I'm like, what in the world does that mean? I don't know what it means, but I did remember or recall, Wells Fargo Bank. I think that they're one of their main
their money is something.
their whole part of their branding is this. I think it's like an older horse-drawn carriage, driven by pairs of horses. So I did recall that. I don't know if that means anything.
Yeah, we used to carry cones. So it's California cones, right?
In the first one, I saw a large army. I guess it would be called it was a large army of ships. That would be called a fleet. Armada. I was thinking of another word. I guess a flotilla. Is that a word too?
Flotilla?
Flotilla. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
It's a word. I don't know what it means.
it probably means a smaller group of ships, but that's not what it was. It was this very vast group of these white ships that were traveling very quickly in one direction, and the amount of ships was uncountable. It was like infinite in all ways. I think there was this one greater head ship that was leading them, and that was the first vision. In the second one, I saw this man at the base of this pole that had separate poles sticking out of it in order going up the pole, almost like some sort of a ladder. And this man began to climb these poles, but he didn't use his legs at all. He was using just both of his arms, as if as a sign of great strength, with his upper body strength. And he was traveling very quickly up this pole. Those were the two visions I saw.
Hallelujah. Is that amazing? Amen. Always around. Take the hand of everything up. It's showing your strength. Amen. Hallelujah. The Spirit. Amen. Man, we feel weak, but the Spirit of God is strong.
See the image of very clearly a funnel, kind of a murky substance being poured into it, but coming out of the end of it is it's almost like what's being poured into the funnel is being filtered. It's very pure liquid of some sort coming out the other end. But it's murky, there's a lot of stuff coming from the top into this funnel. It's like it almost seems to overwhelm the funnel, but it doesn't seem to.
The funnel is you, the thing produced is a fruition. The thing coming in is the responsibilities, the cares, the situations of life. And the Lord saying, as much overwhelming, I will use you as my wisdom to follow through and purify and single out the thing that belongs to you. Hallelujah, hallelujah. The Lord said that you're going to go through a narrow path, come from all the ways, highways, but you're going to go through that door. Hallelujah. So the Lord said to you, as a funnel, all that passage of His work. Hallelujah. The word about us. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So there's a two perspective look at this. Understand. One is the funnel is big mouth, am I right? Facing the whole back, then a narrow. Hallelujah, hallelujah. So the Lord is saying, the big facing everything is not an influence, but narrow thing. Actually, it's confused. Hallelujah. So,
I saw a vision that Ben was actually at a house, and he like went to the backyard, and there was a pool back there, and so he jumped in the pool, like a dive head first, and when he came back up out of the water, he was suddenly not on land anymore. Like it was an ocean all around him, and it was very like stormy and wavy when he came back up. And then there was this like boat with like 3 men on it, I think. And it was like a very small boat, but they grabbed him and helped him up into the boat. And that was the other vision.
So the feet of what appeared to be something that was sort of an ornate antique, kind of maybe a lamp of some sort. The feet were very thin and ornate and sitting like it wouldn't take much of a strike to knock whatever it was supporting over. All of a sudden, I saw these feet transform into like almost this like mighty concrete base that was supporting a pillar. I could tell it was driven deeply into the ground to be very, very strong, and if anything shook it, it would not be affected. And so it was transformed into almost like a foundation of something that was being, a pillar being supported by this thing.
It's really interesting because my vision I had is pretty similar to John's. I just had more of this idea of something like a tree or a pillar positioned in the ground, and this pillar began to basically grow both ways, going deep into the ground and very high into the sky at the same time, at the same speeds, both directions. But that's all I saw.
Lord is laying 2 visions before you. First one is a warning. The whole family, it's a beautiful family. It's enjoyment of a beautiful family. A blessed birthday life, basically. And the Lord said, if you pursue that, you will fall in the ocean of the world, and you will drown. But do not worry, He will save you out of it. But that's a choice. And the other choice becomes a land as much flimsy, non-fruity in the beginning. Continue to pursue the Lord, and He will firmly establish that He's a Hallelujah. Thank you, Father. You have a choice. Amen. Hallelujah. Hold out your hand. Success, involvement in the world, important it is, mighty it is, exciting it is, providing, wonderful is nothing. So it does not value too much in the end of our story of life. God does something. It's endure forevermore. He's a writing of our story. Amen? Amen. That is something else. Something else. And there's a hope, there's a joy. We the world is still do wonderful, great things for this world. But eventually we have not had the gender we have. Don't necessarily come without ransom, without struggle. He always was over. He always was. Hallelujah. Nothing wrong about his warning. He should have known that his warning is more than for correction, but for nudging to his vision.
you will have a prayer. So this is for all of us. So not only for one person. So all of us. Why we do what we do? What do we try to be?